Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Today I am here with the part 8 of history chapter number 3, nationalism in India. In previous lecture we discussed that how non-cooperation movement began in countryside. Non-cooperation movement began with the middle class participation in town. They boycott school, colleges, courts, foreign goods, even they set fire on the foreign clothes. Then we discuss the effects of non-cooperation movement on colonial economy. At the last we discussed why non-cooperation movement slowed down. For that we discussed that khadi clothes were very expensive, so the poor people of India, for them it is not affordable to purchase the khadi clothes. So these were the reason. Even there was no alternative institution for Indian people. Due to this, non-cooperation movement slowed down. Today we are going to discuss about movement in countryside. Means how countryside, rural people, village area people, they reacted towards non-cooperation movement. From the cities, the non-cooperation movement spread to the countryside. It drew into its fold the struggle of peasants and tribals which were developing in different parts of India in the years after the war. From the town, this non-cooperation movement spread to the countryside, into the village region of our country. In village region, peasants and tribal people, they participated in non-cooperation movement. One such example of participation of rural people is Awadh. In Awadh, peasants were led by Baba Ramchandra, a sannyasi who had earlier been to Fiji as an indentured labor. What do you mean by this indenture? Indenture means contract. So, movement in Awadh, it was led by Baba Ramchandra. He was sannyasi. Earlier, he was working as contracted labor in Fiji. So, Baba Ramchandra provided a leadership to Awadh movement. The movement here was against talukdar and landlord who demanded from peasants exorbitantly high rents and variety of cesses. This Awadh movement, it was against talukdar. Now, who were talukdar? Actually, talukdar were the people of high class, aristocratic people in British time, even in Mughal time. These people were known as talukdars, high class people or aristocratic people in British time. So, the movement was against talukdar and landlord. Why? These talukdar and landlord demanded high revenue, high rent from the farmers and variety of other taxes. Cesses means taxes. The movement was against talukdar and landlord. They demanded higher rent, high rent and other taxes from the peasants. Peasants had to do beggar and work at landlord's farm without any payment had to do beggar and work at landlord farms without any payment. Now the new word is beggar. This is very important for a short question. What do you mean by beggar? Beggar means not a begging activity. Here beggar means forced labor without any payment. So the peasants, they had to work freely on the houses of talukdar and houses of landlord without any payment. So this is called beggar. Again I am repeating, beggar means forced labor without any payment. So they force peasants to do work freely at their work. So the movement was against, actually they had to do beggar work. They are working, they are ready to work, but they were forced to work on the houses of talukdar and landlord without any payment, and this is called beggar. As tenant, they had no security of tenure, being regularly evicted, so they could acquire no right over the leased land. The peasants, they were without land. They were actually taking land on a rent from the talukdar and landlord. For that, they were giving actually a rent, but they had no right over their crops. So they had no security over their crops. Even during the year, they were evicted from their land. So the peasants' movement demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar, and social boycott of oppressive landlord. Now, this Awadh movement, it was actually started with the purpose of reduction in revenue, abolition of beggar, and even the social boycott of oppressive landlord. So three aims were there. For this Awadh movement, three aims were there. Peasants demanding reduction in revenue, abolition of beggar work, and even the social boycott of peasants, social boycott of landlord. In many places, Nai-Dobi Bandh were organized by Panchayat to deprive landlord of the service of even barber and washerman. So for the social boycott of this landlord, in many villages, Nai-Dobi Bandh were organized by Panchayat to deprive, means not to give them, this landlord, the services of washerman and barber. Nai means barber, Dobi means washerman. So in many villages, Panchayat organized Nai-Dobi Bandh to deprive social services for the landlord. In June 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru began going around the villages in Awadh, talking to the villagers and trying to understand their grievances. By October, the Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra and few others. Here you have to keep in mind, Jawaharlal Nehru visited this place, Awadh, the Awadh region and the nearby villages of Awadh in 1920, and under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ramchandra, Awadh Kisan Sabha was set. Jawaharlal Nehru visited this Awadh region, nearby village of Awadh region, and he actually set up Awadh Kisan Sabha. By October, Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra and few others. Within a month, over 300 branches had been set up in the villages around the region. So when non-cooperation movement began the following year, the effort of the Congress was to integrate the Awadh peasants' struggle into wider struggle. Within 1 year, actually within a month, 300 branches of Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up in nearby villages of Awadh. And when in the next year, in January 1921, non-cooperation movement began. So Congress intended to integrate this Awadh Kishan movement with the freedom struggle of India. The peasant movement, however, developed informed that the Congress leadership was unhappy with it. Congress aimed to integrate this Awadh movement with non-cooperation movement. But in whatever way this movement went forward, so Congress leadership was unhappy with the movement. Why? Because Congress actually, Mr. Gandhi gave the idea of non-violence for the freedom of our country. But these Awadh peasants actually they took the violent form to get this freedom. So that's why Congress leadership was unhappy with the movement, this Awadh movement. As the movement spread in 1921, the houses of talukdars and merchants were attacked, bazaar were looted, and great fort were taken over. Why Congress leadership was unhappy with the Awadh movement? Because this movement took violent form. So that's why these peasants they attacked on the houses of talukdars and merchants. Even they looted the bazaars and whatever the hoarded grain was there, they had taken away. So because of this, when the movement turned into violation form, because of it, Congress leadership was unhappy. In many places, local leaders told peasants that Gandhiji had declared that no taxes were to be paid and land was to be redistributed among the poor. The name of Mahatma was being invoked to sanction all action and aspiration. Even the local leader in this region, Awadh region, they declared that by the name of Mr. Gandhi. Actually, Gandhiji had not declared anything, but by the name of Mr. Gandhi, they declared that no tax be paid as per the order of Mr. Gandhi, and even they also declared that as per the word of Mr. Gandhi, land was redistributed among the poor. But actually, Gandhiji not declared anything, but they have taken the name of Gandhi. By the name of Gandhi, they declared that no tax to be paid to the British government, and even land was actually redistributed among the poor. This way they had taken the name of Mr. Gandhi. So this is actually the description of movement, non-cooperation movement in countryside. This was one example. In next lecture, we will discuss the other example of this movement in countryside. Thank you very much for your cooperation. We will meet again very soon with the new lecture.